Hello everyone, welcome to Autocad tutorial. In this tutorial we will discuss about dimensioning. So dimensioning is used in drawing to show the dimension by which we draw our objects so that we can easily communicate with others. So it is very important tool for communication purpose. So in this tutorial we will go through different dimensioning types like linear dimensioning for linear lines like horizontal and vertical lines, aligned dimensioning for inclined lines, arc length to measure the length of the arc, radius to dimension the radius of circle and arcs, as well as diameter to dimension diameter of the arc as well as circle, and also we will measure the angle between two lines. So before dimensioning we have to first adjust the dimension setting. So dimensioning is basically located on menu bar. So in order to state the dimension setting we have to go to dimension pull down menu. So by clicking on dimension pull down menu we can get dimension style down here. So we have to click on dimension style so that we can perform the appropriate setting on our dimension system. So from this pop-up window, which is dimension style manager, by clicking on modify we will try to modify different parts of dimensioning. Okay, so in dimensioning there are different parts. There is dimension text, which is the value that appears or that shows the value of the sides or the arc length or the radius. There is arrows that shows the end point of the dimension value. There is also dimension line, extension line. So we will perform adjustment on these things so that they will appear on our drawing according to our desire. So the first thing we need to change is the text height, because the default text height, which is 0.18, is invisible for us on the screen when we perform dimensioning. So we have to change this value to at least 1 unit so that it will be visible on the screen. So we can also change the text. As you see, this is the preview window. The dimension text color is black, so if we need we can change this one. So for example, I am looking for red, so when I make it red, the preview window will show me the changes that appears. Okay, so the next thing, the arrows. There are arrows that shows the endpoints. We can change the arrow types, whether we need closed field, closed blank. There are different ending system for arrows. So I will go for the closed field for first as well as second arrow. The arrow size, again the default arrow size is 0.18, so we have to make 1. We have to make this one 1, then it will be visible on the screen. Okay, the lines, we have a dimension line as well as extension line, so we have to change the color. For example, for dimension line the color is green. For extension line let me use another color, blue. So I can easily identify the extension line, dimension line, which is separated from the body of the drawing. So under primary unit we have to set the precision. The precision is the floating point after 0. So here this value shows 5.6439. So you can reduce this precision. For example, if I reduce to 1 digit, it becomes 5.6, or you can ignore as 0, then you can get 6. So it will be rounded to 1 decimal or 0 decimal after this. So let me use this one for my case. So for today this is enough for dimension setting. So I have to click OK. Then I have to click on close. Now I am ready to perform dimensioning. So I have to go back to dimension pull down menu. So linear dimensioning, as I told you before, linear dimensioning is for dimensioning horizontal and vertical lines. So I have to click on linear. Then I want to make dimensioning on this rectangle. I want to know the width as well as the height of the rectangle. So I have to make sure my OSNAP is on so that I can access the exact endpoint of the rectangle. Without that, we can't exactly measure the dimension of my width as well as the height. So with the help of OSNAP, I have to go to the first endpoint. Once I get the endpoint mark, I have to click here. Then the second endpoint. Then I have to click. Then I have to drag outside. I have to drag outside to put my dimensioning. So if I am satisfied with this place, I have to click. Now I made dimensioning on the width of the rectangle. As you see, the extension line is blue. The dimension line is green. The text is appeared as red according to our setting. So the width of this rectangle is 20 drawing unit. Now I can also make the other side. Again, I have to go to dimension, linear. Then I have to find out this endpoint. Then the second endpoint. Then I have to drag to the left side. Now the height of this rectangle is 15 drawing unit. The second dimensioning method is aligned dimensioning for inclined lines. So aligned dimensioning can be dimensioned using aligned, as you see from the symbol. So by clicking on aligned, I want to know the length of this line, this aligned line. So I have to find out the exact endpoint. Then I have to click the second endpoint. Then I have to click again. Then I have to drag. So this line, the dimension of this line is 8.1. So we can make the other side as well. The dimension of this line, this and this. Then drag 9.7 drawing unit. The other one is arc length. The third one is arc length. To measure the length of this arc, I can use arc length dimensioning method. So again, I have to go to dimension pull down menu. I have to find out arc length. Then I have to select my arc. My arc is here. Then the length of this arc is 11.9 drawing units. So with arc length, we can measure the length of the arc. The fourth one is radius. So the radius can give us the measurement of the radius of arc as well as the radius of circles. So radius, this circle, then the radius of this circle is 7, and the radius of this arc, again I have to go to dimension, radius, this arc. The radius of this arc is 8.8 drawing unit. The first one is diameter. So for diameter is twice the radius. So I have to go to radius dimensioning, diameter dimensioning. Then for this circle, the diameter has to be 14 drawing unit. So with the symbol of diameter, there is 14 drawing units. Then also for this specific arc, the diameter is 17.6. Okay, now the sixth one is the angle measurement between two lines. So again, you can find out the angular dimensioning. The angle between this line and this line is 107. Then the angle between these two lines, again dimension, angular between this and this, the angle is 128. So if we find out the angle between the corner of rectangle, it has to be 90 degree, because the two lines are perpendicular. So let me check that one. The angle between this one, click on this side, again click on this part. So the angle between these two edges of rectangle is 90 degree. So this is very simple to perform. So the first thing you have to do is you have to make the adjustment on the setting of dimension by going to dimension style manager. Then you can simply dimension and communicate your drawing with others. So this is all about the dimensioning. So the next tutorial will be about modifying toolbar. So we will discuss the modifying commands in the upcoming tutorial session. So thank you for